Well, hello, audience. You are about to hear another episode with the Sassy Women of Wisdom. I'm Judge Maybelline from Justice with Judge Maybelline, sitting here with my girls, and they are
Evelyn Braxton from the Braxton Family Values.
Beverly Hawk, and I'm so happy that you joined us once again. Subscribe to us and like us.
Hi, I'm Constance Moore, and I am delighted to be here. Thank you for joining us.
All right, Sassy Women of Wisdom. Tonight, today, whatever it is, we have a hot topic for you. We were sitting around my table on the 4th of July, and the subject came up about something in the news where a rich man, had asked for the services of a married woman for the tune of $1 million. And the question became, if your spouse was offered $1 million to have sex with another person, would you consent as the other spouse? Would you be in agreement? It's a one-time only deal, $1 million, sexual. What do you have to say, ladies?
I couldn't do that. I would not agree to that. Although my older sister told me, what you can't measure, you can't miss.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is, it's a moral thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't do that. I will
Interesting.
never agree to that.
For $1 million.
Not even for $1 million.
You ain't got no milk in the house. You got to pay the rent.
Not even for
You
me.
got to pay the
Lord
light
will make
bill.
a way.
You got to pay the
Hallelujah.
gas bill. You need some new pair of shoes. The baby need a new pair of shoes. What you gonna do? You
The
still
baby
wouldn't.
just won't wear any shoes right now.
Barefooted baby.
I'll get a job. Barefoot.
Barefoot
No,
baby.
No. I
Not
couldn't
for
do
$1
that.
million.
Not for $1 million.
Nah.
What about for $1?
If I don't take her. See what I deal with? You see what I'm saying, girl? I'm trying to tell you.
You're trying.
But she just do me any kind of way. If I
I
want to
get
do
it.
it for $1 million, $1 is out of the question.
Okay. What about you, Beverly?
That's a.
I want y'all to think about this real hard. Think about this real hard. Don't be giving me no, what is the appropriate answer?
You know, the appropriate answer is not it's what I feel and what I
Okay.
know to be right. I just would not want that to happen. It would be it'd just be uncomfortable for me to accept that and say.
What would be uncomfortable?
Just having my mate have sex or me have sex or whatever
Stop hitting that table
for
so
the $1
hard.
million. It's like you put a price on, once again, the value of you and your marriage.
They
And
go
I
on
don't
Bachelorette
see
for
that.
$1 million. They go on The Bachelor for $1 million.
But that's them, not
And
me.
they having sex with not just one man, a whole bunch of men.
But that's them. That's
Oh.
not me.
Mm-hmm.
Just the moral fabric in me, I just can't see me selling something that's precious to me in a relationship.
Okay, let me ask you this. If your spouse had sex with somebody else, quote unquote, cheated, infidelity, adultery for $0, would you come on and let him come on back with you and have sex with you, or would you divorce him immediately?
That's a hard one.
No, it's
because
not.
It ain't no hard.
yeah, that's a
Think
hard
about
one.
it.
Because you're talking about just in marriage,
In a relationship,
voluntarily,
your
no money
spouse-
involved,
Your
nothing.
spouse has
No,
sex
I
with somebody
can't-
else.
I can't
You
do that.
find out that he cheated.
Well-
he committed adultery, etc.
Yeah.
Would you divorce him immediately, or would you stay together and have sex with him again?
I couldn't do it because I had a cheating husband, and I just could not do it. After that, it was, and I wasn't that cut and dry when I kind of realized what was going on. I had my inklings, but when I got my actual proof, I couldn't do it anymore.
You were gone.
That's it. Locks changed, everything.
Well,
Well,
if he's
what-
mine, he's mine, he's mine, he's mine. Okay, so I can't, you go through this, and I know women that do, that live knowing their husband's cheating, and they live for whatever their reason, fear of leaving, whatever their reason is.
They
I
stay
can't.
with him.
I can handle things, and I can do things for me. God's got me. So I don't feel like I have to put up. Oh, sorry.
Really?
I mean, just the thought,
Yeah.
it's just the thought of,
Yeah.
I have to sell my soul, and sell my value because
Right.
this man is out cheating on it. I'm just going to stay in the marriage. It's just too much.
I'm just throwing that out.
Too much.
And I got a reason
Too
for
much.
throwing that out.
Because he's a cheater.
I just have to play devil's advocate over
Yeah.
there and just to see if, try to take this to the next level. You what and what is it you want to
I
say?
have to say this before we go to Constance. Okay.
Well, thank you.
Now,
She about to jump off this
yes,
thing.
I need to.
Just
Now, if he's cheating
Mm-hmm.
for free,
Mm-hmm.
you're
For free.
upset for free.
Mm-hmm.
You leave.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I would have felt better
Mm-hmm.
after my husband cheated
Mm-hmm.
if he showed me the money.
If you give you $1 million, that's
yeah.
my
Well,
point.
hey,
That's my
You know what I'm
point.
saying?
That's
I
my
would love
point.
that.
Now, I don't know about it.
That's my
right,
point.
right.
But maybe if
Mhm.
he'd have said, well, I did it for us.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm in tears.
Because
No,
for this
you
$1 million,
couldn't have done
I
that to
want
me.
my
Why
fif-
would you do that to me?
I want my
And he's
50%.
50.
Yeah,
Give me
baby.
the
I want
million.
half.
Here, baby, here's $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Oh, think about it.
Oh, wait
Well,
a minute. Now, see, that's a different
As
scenario.
long as
why
you
I
don't
asked
do
you.
it again.
That's what I said. That's why I asked the question.
Ah.
You stay
Ah.
with them after they cheat on you and they cheated on you and had sex with somebody else for free. You got nothing out of it. Not a dime, not a penny, not a nickel.
Stay.
Just heartache and headache. But this time, you know it and you're going to get paid.
But you're going to stay in the marriage. You're going to
Come
stay in
on,
the marriage?
Constance, how much?
Well, she just
Just
asked
put
a
some
really good
conditions on
question.
it.
Did he
Just
use
put some-
a
I would have to
rubber
put some
and
conditions on
conditions
it.
and all of that? But I'm like
Did he
this,
wear a
and
rubber?
this is all I can speak for at this moment. Is that I'm of this world, but not. I'm in this world, but not of this world. So right now, I can't even really think like that. That's like for me, it's like the material world.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel that I'm more spiritual. And I'm not saying that I'm so heavenly bound. I'm no earthly good, but I'm just telling it from my truth right now. It's
Well,
not.
what you been
enough-
telling it from if you're telling it from your truth right now?
I'm telling it from my truth right now is because who knows? Like we
Oh,
can say
tomorrow maybe
hypothetically,
something.
and if it really happened, but from my truth as it is, as I'm sitting right here,
Now, here's
I
another one
can't-
tearing that table up.
I cannot. I do it a little more gentle though. I cannot.
Who's comparing?
Sorry that. The way it is now, I just
the way you feel it
the way
spiritually.
I feel it spiritually, the way I feel it, it's not that much money in the world. I'm already
agree.
taken care of. I have more than enough. My cup runneth over. I have more shoes than I'll ever wear, more clothes than I'll ever wear, a nice place. I mean, I don't have to. It's okay, mansions and all that other stuff, but that's not what entices me. I have a place that I'm going. This is my temporary home. I have a home that I am going to. And I mean,
But
it may,
Jesus
it
said
may
now he
seem all
forgives you.
ethereal and ethereal
He
and all
forgives.
of that.
He
It's not
forgives.
even a matter of forgiveness. It's a matter of how I feel. It would make me just feel the way right now. It sounds. It's dirty. It's foreign to me. It's not who I am, And if the man is going to cheat, let him go. I don't need him. I do fine by myself. I live a clean and holy life, and that's I'm not saying this to impress anybody. I'm just saying how it is, how it really
well,
is.
spiritually, I know it's against God's ordinance. All right? I know that is. Thou shalt not commit adultery. You're married, you're in a relationship. You're not supposed to have any other man, any other woman. But I'm going to tell you something. I thought this thing over. And I thought about it real carefully and honestly. And my heart and my spirit says it should not be. But my natural side says it ain't going to last but 3 to 5 minutes. $1 million in 3 to 5 minutes, not asking me to do it to my body. I wouldn't do it for my body. I wouldn't sell my body for $1 million. But if my spouse is interested in selling his body for $1 million, I'd take the $1 million. Now here's the way I do it. The person I wouldn't take the $1 million.
$1 million.
I wouldn't take the $1 million on a promise. They would have to hand me, not him, the million. I'd have to get the million before they get off into the sexual act.
So you're the pimp.
Prepay.
You're the pimpest.
No, this is a contract, baby. This is a contract. This is a contract.
Okay.
I would have to get, because he's willing to do it. If he's willing to do it, that's not my body. He can do what he wants to do with his body. And the reason I say that, but he'd have to give me the money before the sexual act began. The act would have to be probably somewhere not where I could see it, but give me the money before the sexual act began. I don't care what they do, as long as I already have the money. You understand? And the reason I say that, honestly, is because
Go ahead, girl.
I lived with that husband of mine
Uh-huh.
for 23 years.
Well,
After he slept with the first person and slept with a whole lot more, and I didn't leave. Didn't get a dime out of it. Didn't get anything for it, but I stayed with him. You understand? Now, if I could stay with a man for 23 years through a whole lot of relationships for nothing, didn't get a zero. As a matter of fact, took from me, took money from my house to go spend on another woman, took money from my house to buy her something, to take,
glory! Yes!
I'm trying
If I
not to
can
hit
do
this
it,
table.
baby.
I'm trying
And
not to
then
hit
you would
this
still be
table.
with him. Once
I stayed with that one for 23
I'm talking about the
years.
one that you're going to do the $1 million
Yes, ma'am.
contract
If I can
with.
do it for
And you
all
can
of
still
those
have a
years for nothing,
relationship with him, a
it
healthy,
ain't but 3
trusting,
to 5
loving.
minutes at the most. Maybe 15. Give him a
His
good
soul
one.
is soul. I'm
Maybe
sorry, I can't go with
15
that.
minutes.
I can't
But
go with
15 minutes ain't my body. It's his body.
But if you're married, one becomes like, hey, now
Baby,
you want to talk biblical
and
now.
Like
one
I
flesh
said,
becomes,
no. I said spiritually, I know the word.
Mhm.
I understand.
Mhm.
And I know what I should say, but I'm going to tell you the whole God's truth and be honest within myself. If I could stay with a man 23 years and he's sleeping around with Mary Susie Q and Bobby Boo and all of them, I can stay with him for $1 million for one time. I could.
Okay.
Because then we both benefit.
Well, that's good. That's good.
I think I
And
could
you have a clear conscience and everything. That's
have
good.
a real clear conscience.
Well, good, because you got that $1 million to be all cushiony in. I'll just be broke with the Lord because I'm
You
not
don't have
broke.
to be. I'm not saying you're going to be broke. I ain't broke.
Right. Well, you know what I mean. As
But
opposed
it
to
don't hurt me to take another million.
But as opposed to that particular $1 million.
I know. I think I would.
Okay. Well, that's why we have an audience. We have listeners, and we
Yes.
have those who
Yeah.
would. And those who
And I
wouldn't.
know I'm
and
gonna
it
be
doesn't
condemned
make
for saying
one
it.
wrong or one right.
Right.
Maybe morally we can say, but I'm not the judge, and I'm not the. I don't have no. I can't judge nobody but myself, and I have to be able to judge my own conscience. And the way I see it is different, and it's okay. That's why we have
Yeah, it's
different.
okay
type
to be
opinions.
different.
And then
It's
I'm
okay
going
to
to
be
ask the
different.
Lord to forgive me for my sins.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
He's
He's
faithful
going
and
to forgive
just
you. He already
to
did. He
forgive
already
us
forgave
of
you of
our
all your
sins.
sins.
And I will ask for forgiveness. But to be real honest, oh yeah, I think I would. I'm almost certain that I would. Ain't no need of me lying. I'm almost certain that I would. It ain't. Sex ain't all it's made out to be. We put a whole lot into it. And half the time, especially when you get to be a certain age.
Look at this one. This is what I'm laughing at. Sorry. I'm sorry, Maybelline. I'm just looking at her. And I
said
just can't.
it may be worth all of it.
It could be worth it,
I'm
but
just
then it could
saying.
be that
Oh, Lord.
plug-in. When you plug it in, you don't know what you plugging into. And
Oh
then
no,
you
I would
can't
have to make sure that they have
rubber.
condom.
I mean, but it
and,
could
and,
rubbers.
you know,
Come on
and
now.
all of that
Condom.
good stuff.
See, I'm talking spiritually, so
Yes, I understand.
I'm not really talking disease-wise and all that stuff.
Right.
I'm talking about
And see, Constance,
connection.
that's why you're always our spiritual, what you call it, keeper, in the bar. Yeah.
Wait a minute now.
And
I'm
we
not
are, I
chopped
believe in
liver.
that. I believe in that. I believe in the word of God, and I know.
I truly
and I
do.
know, but you know what? And it's just like it's just like Christians who say they tell you about gambling. You in gambling, and you shouldn't go to Las Vegas, and you shouldn't play the lottery. Now you tell me one pastor who would refuse to tithe on a $20 million lottery, and that money came from bad money. Who would refuse to tithe on that $20 million lottery?
Right. Well, see, I'm not talking structure and organization and institution. I'm
Yeah.
talking about inner spiritual,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you know, that inner spiritual experience.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Of course, they're gonna take it.
Lord, if I could stay with you for nothing, I can stay with you for something.
Well, I ain't staying with you for
Well, you
nothing.
know, but,
No, I'm saying when he cheated and I got nothing. If I stayed there and was faithful to him and lived with him and continued to be his wife and treat him the way a wife was supposed to treat a husband, if I could do it for all those years for nothing, I got nothing out of it. I know I can do it for 15 minutes for $1 million.
Yes, because that's your experience.
That's my experience.
Exactly. You're speaking from your experience.
Yes,
And
I am.
And I'm speaking from my experience.
Okay.
well, you know, I can understand where you're coming from, where Judge coming from, and I can also understand where
Me
you're coming
too.
from, because I'm a spiritual woman myself.
We all are.
However,
She is too.
okay,
Yes.
I'm just talking.
Let her know.
It's my turn.
That's right.
How?
I just didn't want you to make me unspiritual. I
I'm spiritual too. I love the Lord.
No, she's not.
I love the
Because
Lord.
There's a
I'm
many
not
times.
either.
Yes, she does love the Lord. Many
Yes, of
times
course.
I
she's
love the
called
Of course.
and prayed for me
Yeah,
because I
I know
was
that.
going through some things. So I know how spiritual. Matter of fact, all of you.
Yes,
But
we
we
all are.
all have our own opinions.
That's right. That's right.
You know, we all have our own beliefs.
Right.
I'm just a belief system, and there's nothing wrong with that.
That's right.
Right.
You know,
You're right.
she wouldn't do it because she said, "What you say now?"
Because it's
Don't
my.
make
it's
it
my
long, though.
I'm not going to make it long. It's
Okay.
it's my inner being. I'm not even going to go all the way
Her
out there
inner
with it because a
being,
lot
right.
of people wouldn't even understand. But I know what I'm filled with.
Right, right.
Okay.
You know.
She would allow it, although she have a spiritual inner being because of her experience in life.
Right.
I say this. I did not know my ex-husband was out here laying it low and spreading it wide. However, for free, after 35 years of marriage, however, I didn't like it. Very spiritual. Love the Lord with everything that's in me. However, maybe I would have thought about it when he bought that $1 million home. I'm just saying, and say, you know what, Evelyn, I cheated. However, here's the $1 million right here that was paid to me. I'm like, I may have said, well, baby, did you wear rubber? Hey, because you was doing it for free. And so I understand where you're coming from. Instead, he didn't bring the $1 million home. He shared what I was riding. I'm just saying. It's right. It's true. This girl is, it's true. And so, since we had all of this negativity, I caught the first thing smoking. I caught the first thing smoking.
That's right.
Yeah.
And here I am.
Yes. I didn't get a
Didn't get
million.
alimony.
Didn't
Fought
get
me,
alimony?
fought me like a dog in the street. It was terrible. So yes, I would have done it. Absolutely. Not saying go. I mean,
No,
go have
right.
sex. However, since you did it
And you got the million.
and you got the millions,
I would think
I'm not
about
going to
that
let
one.
him spend,
sound
spend
like
that
you
money.
changing your
That's
mind
not
over
there.
But not you said that somebody's
See
been
what I'm
doing
saying?
this
See?
all along. You just
See?
saying that you're what I understood from what you were saying.
Yeah, I just
is
said
that
your spouse.
somebody.
Yeah, I just said your spouse.
But
No,
if he's
your
doing
spouse.
all that,
No, I didn't say anything
No,
in it.
I'm not saying you said that. I said I'm understanding what she's
Absolutely
saying.
right.
This is a different circumstance.
Yes.
They're understanding. I didn't understand all of that. But the fact that you doing this anyway, and you come and say, "Okay, babe, here's $1 million. I did such and such." You had already made that decision. I didn't make that for
She
you.
said the
Yeah,
same
I
thing.
want my percentage.
Thank
That's
you.
right.
She said the same
Thank
All
you.
right, ladies.
And
With
it's
the
from
well,
experience. It's from that experience.
All
that
right,
wealth
thank
of
you.
That well of experience.
Thank you very
well,
much.
that's
You're
why you
welcome.
need to tune in
In it.
and
Yep.
subscribe and like the women, sassy women of wisdom, because you don't ever know what we may talk about.
That's
Absolutely.
right.
And we
Got to
give
tune
you
in.
food for thought.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a
Yes.
hefty, I can hear the discussion. And the next, I can hear this discussion at the next dinner with your girlfriends. I can hear somebody calling somebody on the phone right now and say, girl, what would you do? What would you do? What would you do? It's something to think about. There is no right and there is no wrong answer. It's all your conscience and what you believe and your inner spirit, whatever work, whatever you do for yourself, that's a decision you have to make. God gives all of us free will to do what we want to do. And we have to think about it for yourselves.
That's right.
This is just conversation and a topic.
That's right.
So think about it. Food for thought.
Food for
Thank you for
thought.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
Tune in again to the Sassy
Sassy
Women of Wisdom.
Subscribe and like us.
And like us.